Hey everyone, Zadok Leader here, and I'm going to make a little update of the week, basically. You can call it kind of a week, or the last 2 weeks. There's been a few things going on, and I want to update you all about what happened. So we see these robots right here, and you guys are going to be like, Ivan, did you have a fighting robot? And the answer is, I've had this motherfucker since 2012. And it was ridiculous, it broke, and I ruined it when I was, younger, and it's one of those shitty jacked up robots that I never had uh the illusion of restoring completely, and it turns out it works. It has a few modifications that I've made in an earlier time, and you guys can see the battery cover falls off, and it has the Giaki logo for the box into it. I'll have to restore the box, but it's pretty neat, and it works now. It only has one of its original wheels, and I'm gonna have to, find the others, and, well, not find because they're probably gone forever, but you get the point, just add some wheels on it. But I'll begin by this one. I got this one in a Chinese place, like a Chinese store, and it's really just a sign of good quality, because the first fucking day out of the box, this eye burned out. And I was like, oh, come on, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Now, originally, these, from the factory, they come with this light connected to the motor. Well, to the two contacts of the propeller, so it's constantly lighting up. Now it actually lights up, it blinks with the eyes, because it was ridiculous that, it was ridiculous to leave it like a continuous light. This was going to be the first light to burn out, even though this one kind of won the race, but you get the point. It's got really tiny discs. I never thought these had, I'm used to that size of discs, but not really these. Anyway, after a little light bulb change and everything, it works fine, I guess. And this one doesn't drain that much, that much power as some that I've seen before, so I'm kind of happy with that. When it makes the the change from walking to disc shooting. So I'm sorry if, shit, I'm sorry for my throat. It's just fucking shit. Okay, anyway, here we go. But if you, oh, come on, now the battery cover falls? Seriously, this video is full of fails. Anyways, the robot works right now. It shoots 2 discs per cycle, and it's neat. I like it. I mean, of course the battery cover just fell down because it doesn't have the screw holding it. You know how these Chinese things are. It literally doesn't lock. That's just how ridiculous it is, and it used to lock. It locked into place the first time I put it. I don't know why right now it's not even locking. Whatever, fuck this shit. I really just don't want to deal with it right now, but that's probably what happens when you add rechargeable batteries to it, because these are rechargeables, and they are a little fatter, so that may be what's not letting the thing close correctly, but there you have it. It works now. It's always worked, but it works a little better. Now, what is this robot in the middle? You guys are gonna be like, it's Super Astronaut by Horikawa, the one robot you've had ever since 4 years ago, and it never worked properly. It does somewhat work right now. I don't want to say this is going to be a permanent thing, because it always has issues and garbage like that, and it always just makes me get pissed after, a few days, because I fixed this one up like 3 or 4 days ago, and the thing seems to work fine, The walking isn't the best. There's a place in the walking where the gear kind of slips, so you guys may be able to notice that he gives a step, and this at a certain speed, and then he kind of gets stuck but keeps going. But it's just a little moment. It does spin all of its three spins, and the chest kind of opens, but not really that much because the gear's worn out. that lever gear that touches the door mechanism thing. Anyway, I'll have to put batteries on this one. As I don't have the batteries, I'm gonna probably use these motherfuckers. It's been a pretty productive week, I'll say that. I mean, I've fixed up many robots that I thought I would never see working again, and it turned out to be somewhat nice. The only thing I hate about these robots is that here in Argentina they are absolutely expensive. That's why I needed to restore this one. I just can't buy another one. It's ridiculously expensive for a tin robot that was mass-produced. Not trying to be mean to collectors of vintage robots, but for God's sake. Anyways, let's see how it works now. That's the point where it gets stuck. You guys can see that is the spot where it gets stuck and it cannot even walk right. I don't know if I actually did put the wheels the wrong way or something back then when I first took it apart, because something tells me that these wheels are that little piece that it's probably the one that's supposed to touch the floor, that little ring, it's supposed to go facing the outside, and in here, it's right here, it's wrong. It should be the opposite way. I'm not really sure about that, to be honest, but I mean, I really don't want to go into the foot again because of the stupid flaps it has. They can break off, and if they break off, I'm fucked. But here we go. There we go. As you guys can see, as I've said before, it loses contact when it gets to the back of the body, but it's just because all it needed was just a little piece that holds the shaft in place. As I couldn't remake it in metal, I ended up grabbing two gears, melting them together and making up this sort of bearing type thing that turned out to work somewhat fine. I won't say it failed, but it worked somewhat fine. But yeah, this is the Astronaut. I'm really happy that it finally works again, considering that it's my only vintage tin robot. I mean, yes, I have two of those Saturn by Camcos, but the gearbox is the only metallic thing. This one, the outside is also metallic. And last but not least, the fighting robot made by Giaki. It's got, of course, a replacement chip. The original one died just years ago. Pieces got used for another robots, and the way the gears are is actually weird because I had to do a big-ass gear combination for this thing. None of the gears are original except the one from like the crown gear and the regular gear that are for the walking. That's everything that's normal. The rest of the gears had to be converted because the original main gear that would go up and down had big teeth, and that gear cracked and got thrown away years ago. So I had to grab the same diameter but smaller teeth. And it's kind of what happened with Brave Robot and a couple of others that I'm pretty sure I'll remember soon. Brave Robot definitely was the case, but anyways, well, he's gonna walk pretty fast, and now he's got a Zadok, Robot Leader Magic Gear, so it actually spins clockwise instead of anti-clockwise, just like the regular fighting robots. But here we go. And of course, it has bicolor green and red LEDs. It has a red LED here and a blue LED here. And it kills me how fluid it is. It's really fluid. So I'm super happy that it actually got, I actually got to fix this one. All it needs right now is wheels, and we'll see how well it walks. Anyways, I think those are all the updates. The last update is I'm building up my first 3D printed robot. This is a design by John Rigg. It's a how's that one called? Big Max, I think it is. And, you know, he made it, and he put it up on Thingiverse. And as I have a 3D printer, I was like, heck, I'd like to, you know, finally see a machine building up a robot for my collection. So I was like, yeah, you know, that would be pretty nice. That would be just an amazing thing to finally own some 3D printed robots that just need, you know, a random robotics gearbox just like this one. I mean, I have a bunch of these. I've already printed the small gears, and you guys can see the frame, the little dome that goes on top of the head, and one of the arm levers. Right now I actually unplugged the printer because I was going to print the second one of these. It's kind of deformed just because of the printer itself, but I don't think that's going to affect anything because this is supposed to just hit against a bigger gear that I think it's attached here. And basically what it does is just lifts up the arm. It's a pretty neat mechanism, and it's super neat that it actually walks. It has the ability to walk. You know, it has the ability to move forward, and it was made with a 3D printer. So I'm looking forward to finish the thing. I'm going to print the body, going to print a few other parts. Only issue is the files actually have 2 pieces per file. Like, by example, both slices of the head, both arms, and both large gears. Of course, this is too small to do that. I mean, if I'm not wrong, the head would be way too big for this surface. So I don't know if I'll be able to edit, because I don't really know anything about editing programs, especially. I mean, I've dealt with, you know, CAD programs and stuff, but I don't have any downloaded in my computer, so I really don't think I'm gonna be able to, you know, slice them in half so I can make one arm, the other arm, one gear, the other gear, one headpiece, the other headpiece. So I'll see how I solve that. But from there, once I have the lever, I'm gonna probably go with the legs. And once I have the legs, I'll go with the main body casing. But it's a really nice robot. It actually got me. It's a pin walker, and literally I have no pin walkers in my collection. All of them are either the regular, you know, sliding feet ones that have the stopper in the back, or just motorized wheels, or some of the ones that actually have like the feet lift up, but none of the pin walkers, surprisingly. So let's just say this is going to be pretty interesting if I end up making it into an actual thing, because I'm going to be stuck if I don't find an answer for, like, you know, if I just don't find a solution for the pieces that are there are 2 pieces in a file and they don't fit in the software. But anyways, I guess that's practically all the updates. So stay tuned for more stuff, and thank you for watching.